Hi Gemini, here is your general reading for the month of July 2017. I don't ordinarily give long speeches before starting your reading, but the month of July is the 1-year anniversary of me being on YouTube. When I think back to my first readings, you know, they were quite dreadful really. But I think that was more a lack of confidence and maybe belief in the ability that I had to read the tarot and also tap into my own intuitive feelings about things. But I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has stuck with me through this first year. For all the likes and dislikes, for all of the comments that you continuously leave every month. I do try my best to reply to every comment. Sometimes I don't have the time, but I also love how you all interact with each other in the comment section, and you all seem to offer help and advice to each other, which is fantastic. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. That does mean so much to me. And also a really big thank you to everybody that's asked for a personal reading from me in this first year. It's a real privilege to be asked to do personal readings, to be chosen to give those messages, and to know that somebody has faith in what you're telling them, okay? So real big thank you there. Now this is for the sign of Gemini, and it is for Gemini Sun, Moon and Rising. It will not resonate with everybody, okay? If it doesn't, then check your moon or rising or your sun, you know, whatever those placements are in your birth chart. Now, the overriding theme for this month of July, we do have the Five of Wands. Now, this card has already come out in my readings today for the sign of Aries. And it was in exactly the same position, funnily enough. And what this card talks about, the fives talk about conflict and challenges. But what it can talk about is how maybe you are not asserting yourself. Because you know, if you speak up, then it may very well cause an argument or some conflict, either between you and a group of others or you and one particular individual. Sometimes I kind of feel that maybe it's that kind of burying your head in the sand as well. Knowing that you need to speak up and say something, but being concerned about the fact that yes, somebody else or other people may not like what you're going to say. So you're trying to keep the peace here, but it may be at the risk of your own happiness. Now, in your effects of the recent past, we do have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. Now, yes, the two can talk about a choice and a decision. And in the reverse position, maybe you have been struggling to make this choice. It can also talk very much about organising your long-term goals. What it is that you really want for yourself and your future. There may be a number of different things that you are wanting at the moment for yourself. And because you want so many things, so many changes, it may be very difficult for you to focus on one particular aspect. It can talk as well about being afraid to step into the unknown. Or it may be for some of you that you feel you've hit a bit of a roadblock here. Now, in your present, we do have yourself here. We've got the Queen of Swords, which is air energy, Gemini, as well as Libra and Aquarius. So yes, maybe it can talk about another air sign in your life. It's not gender specific in these general readings. But I think it's more talking about you. See, the Queen of Swords is somebody that is very good in terms of finding wisdom out of chaos. Using your own judgment here. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be prone to putting her own needs first. But I think it really is talking about, as I said, trying to gain some wisdom here. Using your own judgment. And you may very well need to use some different tactics here in order to be able to deal with this, whatever this is for you, or whatever this decision is that you've got to make. See, the Queen of Swords is very logical in her approach to things. So we see you being yourself this month of July, Gemini. Using your logic and using your judgment. Now, in your advice, positive, negative position, we do have the major arcana, the Star. It is in its reverse position. The Star card can sometimes talk about turning away potentially good opportunities here. Because it can talk again about there being a blockage, just very similar to that Two of Wands. The Two of Wands about a choice here, but hitting a roadblock. It may be that for some of you, this choice, if made, could very well create this conflict that we spoke about with the Five of Wands. And so you may be really trying hard to avoid that conflict, but in the process, it's preventing you from maybe taking an opportunity that could be good for you. The other aspect, though, with the Star card is that sometimes it can talk about the need to be realistic here. The need to not get caught up in living in a dream world. Using your judgment with that Queen of Swords there. And not being unrealistic. And the other thing as well with this Star card is it can touch on an element of feeling uninspired, or maybe feeling as though your life at the moment has become very much a pattern of routine, and everything just feels like a chore. You may also find that you have possibly lost faith. Maybe that Two of Wands is about, for some of you, wanting a new opportunity, wanting to be in a position where you can make a choice to leave your current state, be it relationship or work. And you may very well be waiting for a sign there. Or maybe, as I said, feeling a loss of faith in that opportunity coming your way. Now, in your next advice or positive negative position, we do have the Three of Pentacles. Now, that is a positive card, that Three of Pentacles. It talks about teamwork. And it talks about there being growth and advancement. But it also talks about planning. Making plans here. Plans about what it is that you want. Now, it may very well be that it's two of you here that are making these plans. And maybe one of you is pushing forward and the other one is being reluctant. But when we see the Three of Pentacles in the upright, it's very much about two people here making forward movement plans. It can as well talk about the need for you to voice your opinion, which is what I think you are trying to stop yourself from doing with that Five of Wands. In order to get something to move in a new direction, you're going to have to speak up and say what you are thinking. Share what you are planning. You know, in this Three of Pentacles, this craftsman here would not be able to build this beautiful building if he didn't have some plans here in order for him to know what these two people want. So it's about planning. And it, as I said, it may very well involve you and somebody else. In your environment position, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. In the reversed position. Again, this Knight, the Knight of Pentacles, when he's in the reverse, can be quite complacent, but also can be quite pompous and quite dull. He's the kind of energy of somebody that doesn't do much, but expects a lot. Now, I don't really read the Knights as people in my readings. But in terms of signs, it is an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. The thing is, because that Knight of Pentacles can talk about complacement, dull, it could be highlighting your state of mind here. how you are desperately craving a change here. But in order to get that change, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to put the plans in. You can't just sit back and expect change or opportunities to just fall into your lap. You're going to have to do something here to bring about the change that you want. And it may involve you, yes, having to be realistic. Yes, having to speak your mind. But also using your good judgment, using your logic here. Now, in your best path to follow, we do have the Ace of Swords. The Ace is a new beginnings. But this is a new beginning in terms of your thinking and your thoughts. Gaining clarity here, gaining a better understanding. It's almost like a fog is being lifted here. And you can start to see clearer. It may be that you start to realize that to bring this change into your life, you are going to have to take action. You cannot sit back like the Knight of Pentacles and just expect all this positive change to enter your life. Because your outcome here is the Hangman. It is a major arcana. And, you know, he's literally hanging upside down in this tree, waiting to gain maybe more knowledge, to gain a better or fresh perspective here. But you don't want to keep yourself in that position. Because that's very similar energy to the Knight of Pentacles, sitting around doing nothing, but still expecting like a miracle to happen. You know, the Star card is referred to as the wish card in the Major Arcana. But in order sometimes for wishes to come true, we have to make plans and we have to take action. Otherwise, there's not going to be any forward movement. And that could be why that Two of Wands is in the reverse and there's this blockage here. You need to gain clarity here. You need to clear your thoughts. Now, for these readings, I have also pulled a card from my Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. And you got here number 1. And it's called Passion Ignited. And I absolutely love these cards by John Holland. The colours, you know, everything's so bright and so vibrant. And you can see here this woman, you know, she's got this burning passion inside her. And it's become ignited. And I think that may be how you're going to feel in this month of July, Gemini. But like I said, you're going to have to take action. Now, I will read you, because it's the first time I'm using these cards as well. I will read from the book about the deeper description of this message. It says, the first of the spirit cards signifies that this is the time to let your soul soar. New beginnings, ideas, revelations and exciting adventures await you in your personal or business life. Creative endeavours, enthusiasm, positive energy and a renewed spiritual strength are at an all-time high. The powerful force of spirit is flowing through you, and with it comes a new sense of purpose. Be all that you can be. Reach inside and tap into that force. Use it to move forward and set up a strong foundation for the future. Other people may feel your excitement and joy and begin to benefit from the spark of life that's emanating from you. They'll wonder what's your secret, and your energy could even ignite their own spiritual journey. Follow your intuition, but know this is your time to spread your wings and fly. See, really it's backing up what I've said with that Two of Wands. And maybe for some of you, this Knight of Pentacles may actually be somebody in your environment that you are involved with, be it personal or business. And you may need to also ignite their passion. And if your passion is ignited, it might spur them on as well. But there's something here you're wanting to do, Gemini. And don't get caught up in that hangman. Don't waste your time hanging around and waiting. Take action. Okay, that does conclude this reading, Gemini. I hope it's resonated with somebody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.